Often when people come to my office, one of the first questions they ask me is, what can I do today to start feeling better? And while at our office, we've specialized in working with functional lab tests that take a while to get the answers to why you specifically might be feeling badly, there is something that all of our clients have in common that they can work on, and it's something that you can work on today too to help your bloating, PMS, and more. And it is your liver. Your liver is one of the most important detox machines in your body, if not the most. It helps detox estrogen, inflammation caused by food sensitivities and pathogens, and all the grimy stuff your body absorbs when you have leaky gut. There are few things that I recommend to anyone who's having gut and hormone problems, but this is one of it. Here are my top 5 favorite ways to support your liver and reduce bloating, PMS, and more. Welcome to the Better Belly podcast, where we find freedom from food restrictions, we increase energy in our lives, and we begin to feel more healthy and vibrant than ever by finding the root causes of our health problems. My name is Allison Jordan. I'm a marathon runner, functional medicine health coach, certified craniosacral therapist, gut health nerd, lover of Jesus, and owner of Better Belly Therapies, a clinic based in Ann Arbor, Michigan that works with both virtual and local clients to help them achieve the best health of their life. I am here to walk with you on your journey to a better belly and a better life. We're going to go beyond popping a probiotic and just checking out our poop. In this show, we are going to go deep into gut transformation strategies that last for your entire life. If you are ready to feel your best, get ready to roll. You are in the right place. And just as a reminder, this information is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your own health practitioner before you make any changes to your health. So the liver is something that we talk a lot about on the Better Belly podcast. And today I just wanted to make a dedicated podcast episode to 5 things you can do for your liver today to help it out. And if you want to listen to more information on how your liver impacts every system in your body and many of the symptoms that you might be experiencing, I have some extra links in our show notes to some of the podcast episodes that have the most impactful information on the liver. It's going to be episode 47, the gut-sinus connection, episode 45, the gut-skin connection, and episode 42, 6 secrets your sleep can tell you about your gut. And these are all going to be very liver related, even though they don't have the word liver in them. That's because most people don't think of the liver when they think of, I have a skin problem or I have a sleep problem. They think, oh, I need to change my diet or I need to get a different skin regimen or something like that. But today I want to talk about bloating and PMS because those are 2 common symptoms that people come into my office and work with me in the Foundations program with. And anytime we are working on these 2 symptoms, we are starting with functional lab testing. We're doing the Dutch test. We're doing a GI map. We're looking at things that doctors and hospitals do not look at on the level that we look at them. And while we're waiting for the results for those labs, I'm having them do a liver cleansing protocol just to prep their body. And a lot of times what people find and what my clients find is that they start to feel better just doing this protocol. It's not healing the root cause of what's going on, but boy, does it feel good to feel better. So here are my top 5 favorite ways to support the liver. Number 1, liver nutrients. And when I say liver nutrients, I actually mean an actual supplement bottle that's titled liver nutrients. I have been in the market for a long time for my favorite supplements or anything you can do to support the liver. And I pretty much found that I love liver nutrients. It has a blend of things in it like alpha lipoic acid and acetylcysteine, taurine, milk thistle. And these are a powerful combination that give your liver nutrients that it needs to do its jobs. So it's basically the fuel it needs. And when you have this fuel, then the liver, just like your car, can actually run at the way that you want it to. Number 2, we're going to say castor oil pack. Castor oil pack is my second favorite way to support the liver. I love when you take liver nutrients, then that's something you can put in your body. And when you do a castor oil pack, that's something you're putting on your body. I love the castor oil pack by Queen of Thrones. And if you go to betterbellytherapies.com/liver, you can get a direct access and link to the Queen of Thrones product that I love the most. What is so great about Queen of Thrones and their castor oil pack is that if you've ever heard of a castor oil pack, especially if you've ever tried one, you might know that typically it's recommended you have this oil and you're trying to heat it up and then you're trying to put it on your body, and maybe there's some saran wrap involved and it's kind of messy. And Queen of Thrones gets rid of all of this. It's organic castor oil and you don't have to heat it up because of their unique pack that they've created. And then the pack keeps everything in place and there's really minimal mess. You can wear it at night. It helps you detox while you sleep. So it's kind of a set it and forget it type thing. And you wake up feeling refreshed. When you're doing liver nutrients and this castor oil pack, which you can again get at betterbellytherapies.com/liver. When you're doing both of these, what I find is that clients very quickly will start to notice a huge improvement in skin, sleep, PMS, and bloating. I had one client working with me once who came to me specifically for PMS problems and pelvic pain. And she'd already been working with a pelvic floor therapist and changed her diet and tried to reduce stress and exercise and all these different things going on in her life. And while we were waiting on her results from her labs, I just said, hey, why don't you do some of this liver protocol? And we had her start off slowly, which I give instructions on how to do that. If you go to betterbellytherapies.com/liver, I have explicit instructions on exactly how to implement these things, because you don't want to go too fast into it. But as she slowly implemented it, she said, wow, Allison, my skin started looking better. I had initially some bad days. Her body started detoxing a little extra fast. And so she got a little bit of more acne day 1, 2, and 3. And then it started going down. Her PMS was way better that next cycle. I will note, if you are going to do this, my one thing is just don't start when you're on your cycle, when you're menstruating. Do it after you menstruate, anytime between menstruating and not menstruating. That didn't make sense. Anytime you're not menstruating, do it. But otherwise, liver nutrients and castor oil packs, those are 2 things there. Number 3 thing, if you have already tried liver nutrients, if you've already done a castor oil pack, if you just want to add something else on, if you want to know that if you ever get visceral manipulation, which if you haven't heard of it, it's a hands-on therapy that PTs or massage therapists or chiropractors, OTs, they might know how to do. If you get visceral manipulation, we have a whole host of techniques dedicated to the liver, including one called the liver lift. Isn't that a phenomenal name, right? And one of my instructors says a liver lift a day keeps the doctor away, and you can actually help your liver basically breathe and move and function better by helping move it. Right? It can get a little stuck in your body. If you can find somebody who does visceral manipulation by going to betterbellytherapies.com/find. Those are 3 things that I highly recommend. They're my top 3 things for supporting the liver. And it's something I've done myself for my liver and seen huge improvements in my health. These are all safe to do if you are breastfeeding. That is something important. And I know some of my clients come to me and they're pregnant and they're wondering, when can they detox next? Because you do not want to detox your liver or anything else intensely when you are pregnant. But when can you start doing it after you're pregnant? These 3 things, the liver nutrient supplement I just mentioned, castor oil pack, and visceral manipulation, you can do when you are breastfeeding. Hey friend, do you feel like you're never properly digesting anything no matter how you change your diet? Have you spent thousands of dollars buying supplements, labs, and fancy functional or holistic practitioners to simply have no relief from your symptoms? Or do you just want to poop daily, ditch acid reflux, and balance your hormones without being dependent on medications? If so, I've got great news for you. You can stop the money hemorrhage that's happening around your health and finally get worry-free health through the gut healer system. The Gut Healer System is my 2.0 upgrade to the former Better Belly method that consistently reduces our clients' symptoms by 80% in 3 to 6 months so that your health can finally feel easy. Our clients have gone from being stuck at home with fibromyalgia to watching their grandchildren's soccer games every evening, or they've been able to travel for work and pleasure without wondering the entire trip if they're going to become constipated and ruin their whole time. We've also seen clients get off of 40 plus years of medications that they've been on for acid reflux, constipation, and PMS, and stay off that medication without needing to be on lifelong extreme diet restrictions or supplements. I want you to be able to enjoy the holidays and family meals without fearing how you're going to feel afterwards or feeling guilty for what you do eat. If you are ready for this, head to betterbellytherapies.com/training to watch my free micro training to learn exactly how 600 plus of my clients have healed their gut even when nothing else has worked before. In this training, you're going to learn what your doctors are missing, even if they're functional or holistic, why no amount of food restrictions are going to heal your gut, the 5 toxin trap that is keeping you sick, how to heal your gut in the most affordable way possible, and the 3 steps to actually heal your gut. I can't wait to see you living a worry-free, optimal, healthy life. Head to betterbellytherapies.com/training to get started today. Now, back to the show. Now, the next 2 things I'm recommending, you might want to wait until you are not breastfeeding anymore, but they are still super powerful for supporting the liver. And because I'm currently breastfeeding, I'm not doing them. But number 1, if you are not breastfeeding and you're not pregnant, do a coffee enema. A coffee enema is a solution where you do an enema. You're actually putting liquid into your colon and you're helping move stool out of it. And even if you poop regularly, then doing an enema can often dislodge little pebbles of stool that get stuck in your colon and they're just hanging out there. So you're doing this really nice deep clean. But then when you add in coffee, what happens is your body absorbs some of that liquid through something called the hepatic portal vein system, which is a special highway of blood that goes straight from your colon or your large intestine directly to your liver. And it absorbs some of that coffee. So caffeine and other substances in coffee causes your liver to dilate. All the vessels in it open up and it'll help move everything from bile to toxins, everything out of the liver. And then, of course, because it's an enema, you're also pooping at the same time. So you're both opening up the ducts of the liver, and then you're also excreting everything that gets opened up at the same time. So highly recommend a coffee enema. If you go to betterbellytherapies.com/liver, all the instructions and my recommended products are on there. And then lastly, a red light sauna. A red light sauna is, again, super helpful. It's actually working with the gut-skin connection, which is mediated by the liver. Again, go check out the episode. Oh, what is it right here? I pulled up episode 45, the gut-skin connection, if you want to learn more about that. But you can also reverse use your skin to help detox your liver because they have a really close relationship. And there is a red light sauna that is my favorite. It is personal, portable, foldable, and storageable. Storable. Is that a thing? So it's called TheraSage 360 and it is perfect if you live in a small house or apartment or if you travel a lot and want to take it with you. It's a personal, portable, foldable sauna that you can pack away in your car or put in a small closet in your home. And it pops up kind of like a tent. You sit inside of it. It has a red light inside of it. You get your little sauna treatment. Your head's just kind of hanging out. You can be super chill, put on some music, put on an audiobook. And then when you are done, you just come out, fold the tent back up, and you're all set. You can go to TheraSage 360. I have betterbellytherapies.com/sauna. And that will get you 10% off. That link will get you 10% off of the TheraSage 360. So betterbellytherapies.com/sauna or use the code BBT to get 10% off. So if you do one of these steps or multiple of these steps, what could you reasonably expect? Well, the liver detoxes everything from estrogen to inflammatory substances in your body. So if you are dealing with the toxic load that is going on inside of your body, your skin won't have to deal with it. So you're going to have clearer skin. Your gut is actually going to digest better because you're going to have better bile production from the liver. So that's going to be less bloating. That's where the bloating comes from. You're going to have better bowel movements because you're digesting better, and your back microbiome actually has a better food that's pre-digested for it by your bile. And so that's going to be better bowel movements. Maybe it's more frequent or larger, more complete. You're going to have improved menstrual cycles because the liver is involved in detoxing estrogen. And so if you support the liver and help it function better, you're going to have, every time you have a cycle, it's going to be better. I often recommend clients do a liver detox protocol for a minimum of 3 months and then reevaluate their symptoms afterward. And I have clients, they tell me that they're sleeping better. They feel more rested in the morning. Your urine might smell a little funny because of all the toxins coming out, but that is actually telling you that you're doing the right thing and something extremely powerful for your body. But if you get to the end of that 3 months of doing a liver support protocol and you've seen some improvement, which you likely will, you see some improvement, but you have not completely done a 180 in your life and you are still trying to manage, or you're still guessing, what food did I eat that made me feel bad today? And you just feel chaotic in your head, then likely it's pointing to the fact that you do need some deeper functional lab testing to find out what is going on in your body. Why are you, what's actually causing inflammation? Not just dealing with the inflammation, but stopping it at its source. So if this is you and I've either supported your liver before and you're like, Allison, this is old hat, none of this has worked, or you do this for 3 months and you just don't feel 150% better, or you want to look deeper into your health, then I want to invite you to join the Foundations program. The Foundations program is a 6-month one-on-one program of working with me on your health, doing 4 functional lab tests that are foundational to your health. So you can stop guessing at what's causing all your symptoms, get specific, get a customized health plan just for you, and feel better in 1 to 3 months. You can go to betterbellytherapies.com/waitlist. I'm only opening up spots through my waitlist, and in the month of December, I'm actually opening up 2 one-to-one slots with me. If you want a chance at one of those slots or any in the future, join today. Go to betterbellytherapies.com/waitlist. I would love to work with you, get fast results and long-lasting results. Because if you might have noticed, I said you can get feeling better in the Foundations program in 1 to 3 months. But the next 3 to 6 months is helping you stay better and helping you feel better for the long term, so that when you're done working with me, you're done working with me. You're good. You actually have both learned skills, but also gotten rid of the root base causes of what's driving all of your symptoms, and you have a much freer life. So go to betterbellytherapies.com/waitlist, apply for the waitlist, and I would love to work with you there. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for today's episode on how your liver can help your bloating and your PMS. I hope that you get to see phenomenal results from these 5 different steps. Honestly, even 1 or 2 of these are going to make a huge difference. Go get liver nutrients, go get a castor oil pack, and see the difference for yourself. But if you are new to this podcast, I want to say hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We have so much more coming down the line, so subscribe so you never miss a beat. And if you thought of a friend while you listen to this podcast episode, I want to encourage you, take a screenshot and share it with that friend. It could be their unlocking point to get rid of bloating and PMS and sleep problems, and it could bless them so much. So again, take a screenshot and text it to that friend and say, hey, I'm thinking of you. Other ways that you can support us on this podcast and support other people like you is by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. You can scroll to our show notes and click click the link in the show notes to go and leave a review on Apple Podcast so that other people like you can find this podcast and find the information that they are looking for. Other ways that you can work with me, other than the Foundations program, if you are local to Metro Detroit, I would love to work with you. I talked a little bit about visceral manipulation in this podcast, and I can work with you doing visceral manipulation, craniosacral therapy, and functional lab testing at our office. You can go to betterbellytherapies.com/booking and book a new client evaluation today. Well, I hope you guys have such a great Thanksgiving week. Next week, we will be having another podcast episode, but it is our last week until Thanksgiving hits. If you would love to connect more with us, go to Instagram and type in @BetterBellyTherapies, and I would love to connect with you there. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will catch you guys next week. Gobble, gobble, everybody.